Hello, this is Lorraine, and welcome to the Interior Journeys Daily Reflections. Today's topic is environmental impact assessment. Kind of big. So, the thought struck me today that there are some terms that are now entering our daily vocabulary, becoming very common that we never would have even uttered before. One of those terms is contact tracing. Never really heard that term before. And what it is what the health authorities do. Actually, one of the tools to help them contain the COVID-19. So what they do, someone presents to them who is possibly positive, and what they would do is trace the contacts that that person had over a period of time. So they would look at who that person came into contact with, and who those people came into contact with, and who those people came into contact with. And in one of our country's briefings, one of the health authorities put out a pretty conservative statistic that one person that they traced had a potential impact on 82 other persons. And I thought, that's interesting. And then my thoughts went to an environmental impact assessment. Now, that may seem like a big jump, but really, when I looked at what is in fact an environmental impact assessment, so I went searching, and I found on the website of the Convention on Biological Diversity, an environmental impact assessment is defined as the process of evaluating the likely environmental impacts of a proposed project or development, taking into account interrelated socio-economic, cultural, and human health impacts, both beneficial and adverse. Now that's big, but that's what it is required if you're going to when developments are being implemented. So it's a big development happening, so it looks at what are the impacts on the environment. And in order for a development to be passed by the authorities, they've got to meet certain standards. And I thought, think of our human existence. One human life, your life. Think of the huge impact one life can have. Not just on their immediate family, but on so many different tiers. And who does an environmental impact assessment of a human life? So, this is in fact the interior journey, right? And I would like now to engage you on an interior journey. So we're looking at your environmental impact assessment. Take a moment. Think about just today. And today, for most of us, we are enclosed, right? Most of us are on a stay-at-home order all over the world, whatever country you're in. So think of today. What impact have you had on your environment today? You woke up this morning. What was your mood? Now, if you think of yourself as a project, a development, because you are still in the process of developing, regardless of how old you are or how young you are, right? You're in the process of developing, of growing. So if you think of yourself as that project, and that project is a bundle of energy, and this project is emanating energy. And the energy that is emanating is having an impact on the immediate environment. So I want you to think you've gotten up this morning. What was your mood? What energy did you emanate? You woke up, Maybe you're next to your spouse, maybe you're alone. Um, if you're very, very, very fortunate, you would have had at least one person within your immediate vicinity. But you sent out some energy. What was it? And as it rippled through the environment around you, as this energy rippled around you and surrounded you, what impact was it having? What was your first interaction today? Think about it. And the person you interacted with, when they left you, what were they infected with? That energy that you emanated, what was passed on to them? This is a time of reflection. Yes? Because for many of us, there's not a whole lot more that we can do. So we're thinking of this one day. Now let's just set that aside for a moment. And I want you to think about some other time when you woke up in the morning and you headed for work, you headed out to school, you headed out to university, you headed out to make purchases, you went shopping. Think back to some other time. And you are this project, this bundle of energy, and you're moving through that particular day. What was the interaction that you had? What interaction you think that you can remember that had an impact on you, that stands out in your memory? And now think, what was the impact of that on the other person? If you were, or if you are, an executive, if you are a boss, let's see, that you're responsible for other people, what impact did your interaction with those people have? What was that impact? And as your energy waves ripple out, was it beneficial or was it adverse? And as those waves, those waves engulfed those people, and they went off and interacted with other people, what did they pass on? And as those people interacted with other people, what else was passed on? And if you think that over a period of time, the impact that you have had on the environment that is made up of hosts and hosts of other people, I want you to sit back and think about what that impact was. This is not to get you sad. This is not to get you depressed. This really only is so that you can see the power that you have to impact an environment. And here's the thing. Unlike the COVID virus that has gone out and will continue to just reap havoc and have adverse effects, you as a project can do something right now to change and have, so that you can have a beneficial impact. Think now, if you at this moment, make the decision, think now that you're making a decision at this point to change whatever ways or to enhance those energy waves so that they can only have a good impact, so that your intent is only good. Think about the impact of that. So, as you do your environmental impact assessment on you, I want you to give thanks and I want you to be grateful for this moment now that you have become aware. Because if that is all that I have done, and if you have received it, then that is something to rejoice on, isn't it? So now, don't think of, or rather, yes, maybe you've had some adverse effects. You now have the power to do something about it. You can now make a phone call, send an email, WhatsApp. You can now send out a very positive message. You can now, if your energy waves have had an adverse impact on someone, you can now choose to turn that around. And that's it, guys. Thank you.